Hi Gemini, welcome. This is Beauty Soul Tarot. My name is Christy, and I actually used to do these. I used to do these card reading videos, and I stopped, and now I have to get different equipment because my camera system and my cards are not here yet. But I have this bowl, and I'm drawing out of it. I wrote down all the meanings of the cards. And so we're just going to see what is going on with you going into this time frame of January. So here we go. Gemini. Gemini, what is going on with Gemini? We have the Lovers. Ace of Cups in reverse. The Hermit. Oh goodness. The Fool in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is what I see right away, and this can always reverse. It could be the other person and not you, like that I'm explaining. So it seems like you're trying to fix something, but you're like, it's just not working. I'm not happy. Like, I feel like you're saying this relationship is so messed up, or someone is saying, you know, our relationship is so like not emotionally, I don't want to say that it's not good, because it does seem good, but you're like, yeah, this is just not working. But then there's something like positive about it, or there's something like greater with the Wheel of Fortune, that even though it's so slow moving, you know that there's greater power in the connection, or in your, yeah, you know there's greater power in your connection, even though it seems like everything's like, I don't want to say upside down, but it's just not as supported. Like, it's not that it's not as supported. It's more like it's just not I don't want to say not good. Ace of Cups in reverse is like when you're just really unhappy. Like, it just seems like things aren't the way that you would want them to be, like they fell through, or maybe you just feel like you're going out on a whim and you're going in circles and nothing changes. However, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit says that there's something about, like, you also probably want space as well. There's something about this, like, after you reflect on the situation, it's a greater power, like it's more higher power shows you in your thought process of being alone and reflecting that this is supposed to be, in a way, like this is your person, if that makes any sense. Gemini. Ten of Pentacles and Strength. So it's testing your relationship a little bit, or it's, you feel vulnerable, or you feel almost like injured or wounded, like not physically necessarily, but like you just, not physically. You feel like kind of like bad. I feel like you're just kind of like, can someone help me? Yeah, you feel like you're being kind of manipulated. But you know that, with the Hermit, you know that you're not like complete, you know that you're not, because there's something that tells you like, okay, wait a second, this is correct, or this is how it will be. but you're just like, I need some different support here. I feel like you feel like you're carrying something all by yourself, and you're just like, does anyone understand that this is so stressful? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picking up. You're like, well, I guess this is how we're going to do this then. Knight of Swords in reverse. You're just, yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse. King of Wands, Judgment in reverse. You think that you're dealing with a bunch of, like, I'm not to sound rude. You're not trying to sound rude. You love the people that you're with or the person that you're with. However, and you're being kind. You're like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so mean. Like, or something like, and as well, something rebalances itself so that you're like, okay, this is the way it is. But you're like, this is not normal. Like that, not in a bad way, but it's just like, yeah, you're just like, this is not either healthy, or I wouldn't have made that decision. You could also be looking at someone who's acting really like needy. This could be a kind of a judgmental situation for some, where you're just like, why are you being so like needy? Or isn't that like not the best decision? The Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance, though, says that this is divinely guided. Like there is some kind of higher power here working. And when I say higher power, I mean like it's the greater experience. There's something angelic, and it's turning in the direction it's supposed to turn. But I do see like you saying, well, this isn't, I mean, that, how do I say that? You're like, well, that doesn't make sense. Or if that makes sense, right? You're just kind of like, okay, you're going to do what you're going to do, whatever, despite whatever I think. Or you might just think it's very indulgent, like the devil just showed itself. Like you might just think that this is just one of those really annoying situations where you don't want to. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You're like, I do not need to deal with that. Ace of Wands. However, it seems that this is still, this is still something interesting and exciting, something new, something that you know isn't easy. Like it's not easy, but there's still something very important, or very like it's lit up, whatever it is. It is exciting. Ace of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. So this is about your family, how you feel. This is about your experience. By the way, if it sounds like I'm skipping over stuff, I don't mean to. It's just that I've had this thing called akathisia, and it's where you have a hard time sitting down. And you want to like move and you want to walk a bunch. And that is what I've been dealing with, and it is not fun at all. Like I went through this period where I was literally like unable to sit down at all. My mom was helping me, and I couldn't stop walking. It was unbelievable. So it seems like I'm cutting through this like quickly, and I might miss something. I don't mean to, but you'll understand. So things are okay, but it's like it's kind of like leaned on in a direction where it's like the situation where you're like, that's impossible to be good, but then you're like, well, it is. It still is. So let's get a few more. Gemini. The Hierophant in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles. You just don't like the way the system is going, the way the rules are, the way that everything is done. You're like, I don't like this. You're like, okay, if that's what's supposed to be done, but I don't think that that's something that is done correctly. But you know that this is the way that it goes anyways. Let's get a few more. Eight of Swords. Yeah, so it can be stressful. It's something that you come back around to. Page of Wands. Yeah, this is like a theme for all of the zodiac signs where it's like revisiting, decluttering, undoing, being in the reversed side of things. And part of the reason that it's so important is because this is hard for me to say because I also relate to a lot of this, and then I'm like, why did I sound like I know what I'm saying about like instructing, but in reality it's true. It really is frustrating. So this is something that you're going to revisit, but it is going in a positive direction. It is divinely guided. It's just not something you would consider to make sense. But there's something that you know that there's something that you and this person both know that's higher, that overshadows whatever else the issues are, which makes it something that could really work out well. So, with that being said, Gemini, thank you so much for stopping in. I'm not doing private readings, but if I do, I will let you know. So, thank you, and I hope to see you soon.